Natalia says, as for better agencies, sometimes you need to look at countries where the cost of living is higher and therefore rates are higher. I charge almost direct client rates to an agency in Norway and they didn't budge. So yes, great tip. Thank you. And boutique agencies care about quality way more than large agencies. So you need to look at that too. Yes. And that's where, again, the specialization piece comes in, because a lot of the boutique agencies have either a specific language pair that they concentrate on, or a specific niche or industry. Like I know one German agency who focuses on anything to do with pets. So they do pet food, those horse competitions. And I always look at that and it's, yeah, it's really great and they're growing. So if you either have an idea for a niche yourself, or you, I mean, in terms of creating a boutique agency, but also if you want to focus on translation solely, then, you know, find those boutique agencies. And the other thing I want to say is also the agencies take the whole marketing side of things off our back. And so they do deserve their cut of the rate. I feel like sometimes we bash agencies, but I know there are a lot of us who actually enjoy the solely translation side of the business. And yeah, if that's you, then know that, you know, the rates with your agencies are, if the rates are fine for you and they work for you, then it's completely fine to work with agencies. That's what I wanted to say. I'm looking at the chat again. I'm currently negotiating with a Swiss agency client, and apparently they go against the grain. They want me to accept lower than 10 euros a word, no minimum rates, no rush rates. I have to say, I'm really surprised. Yes, Amanda. So everything is, you will find any type of client in any type of country. Really, then it comes back to positioning as well. The chat is going crazy now. I can't follow it. I'll get back to the chat in a bit. All right, so I'll go back to the chat. Laura says, that's a good point. Thanks, Natalia. Although it also depends on the language combination. For example, for Spanish as a target language, it is more difficult since rates are quite low due to competition with translators based in South America, where living costs are lower than in Europe. Natalia says, totally agree. With Italian, the problem is the small market. This is where our specialization is necessary, and your online presence too. Yes. So I guess that's the thing about being active in a global market. You'll have competition from countries where people live, where people have lower living costs. But again, that then comes back to your positioning, because you can still position yourself in that case then as a premium provider and show why it's better to work with you, for example. And then there are also, at least for example, here in Germany, clients like to work with people who are based, in their perception, closer to them. So it's easier for me now that I live in Germany to find German clients that need translations into English than when I was actually living in the UK, just because of the perceived closeness. So that, of course, depends on the kinds of clients you work with. It's not true for everyone, but don't know that that's a reality, but don't get caught up in it. Yeah, because if you see your work as difficult, it will be difficult. And I know that sounds I don't know, I don't want that to sound arrogant or something. It's just that you can still change your your client's perception around the kind of value that you provide, and still work with that, even though you have competition from translators based in countries where they have lower living costs and can therefore charge less. Okay. Actually, if you want a book recommendation, I would say, I think it's called Blue Ocean or Blue Ocean Theory, something like that, where you make competition irrelevant, basically.